record? All right, awesome. We are recording. So we're going to do a Q&A and then have each of you guys just give your review and your honest feedback. I know that none of us really in this little circle has, any issue with just being real and raw and taking off our filters to just talk and be honest so we can kind of review the group. And then we'll talk about, the changes and the plan for March. So, before we get into the Q&A and the reviews, I will talk about Rachel and Jeannie, and then I'll have Marcy take over, and then I'll jump back into the plan and stuff like that. So let's see here. All right, my Rachel notes. Okay, so the changes in 3 weeks. First of all, I do feel like we've been doing it. Like it feels short, but it actually feels like we've been just like in this little unit together for kind of more than 3 weeks at the same time. So it's kind of tricky, but I feel like all of your posts, Rachel, have been intentional. I think that's like my favorite transformation of since we've been in the push is that before it was like the posts were there, we knew that they were going to be, positive, but now it's like, as a coach who's on the same mission and has the same purpose, I'm like, I know what that's doing. I know what that's doing. And I only, know that because we're so alike and we're on the same mission. But what I see is just every single post has intention. It has purpose. You're thinking. That is the most important thing that we can do. It's why we don't like people, just sharing a bunch of things that they saw on somebody else's page, because there's not intention with that. It's, I have to, like it used to be back in the day, like, I have to get 5 posts in. I'm going to share this funny meme or this video and then, make a cute little post about it real quick. But the intention behind your messages, the power behind it is so obvious. As we all know, you hosted one of the best sneak peeks that we've ever seen. And it was your first one. And I don't mean ever as in when we're doing a mentorship or, a group like this, that it's something that's kind of like, oh, good, that's a good job for like a first timer. No, I mean like that was one of the best sneak peeks I have seen since I've become a coach. And that's what Marcy and I have talked about and Christy and I. And it came so natural for you. Like I know the work you put into it, but it's truly who you are. It's truly how you put things together, very visual. And then you just, talked with everything. It was so organic and real, and it was beautiful. You have been consistent beyond words. Like, is there a better word than consistent? I don't know, but consistency beyond in every area. And that's with, things happening with getting stuck at beaches, with car, issues, with just life, with being a homeschool mother, life. And still consistent, which means you can forever be successful because you know how to be consistent and you have a good heart. So that's all you need. That's the magic. The rest is figure outable. Trying to figure out numbers, trying to figure out business, trying to figure out how to do certain things. It's all figure outable, because if you're consistent and you have a good heart, everything else will be fine. I promise. The last thing, Success Club. Shout out Success Club. And check this out. So we know that Rachel had to go Emerald to get into this group. But while in this group, she went Emerald again. So that's kind of a big deal. That means in 3 weeks, that means every single person can go Emerald, because within, the last 4, let's just say 5, whatever, she's done it twice. And she is the newest of the new in this new. Okay. So, Rachel, I am beyond words, just so impressed, so motivated. I am creating a new vision board for 2018. And instead of putting an image of a Google girl that says, hardworking, consistent, humble, kind, heartfelt, motivated, dedicated, I'm going to use your picture on my board. That's what I want for my business. I just want Rachel's. And there's no other way to put it. And you guys know, like, I am honest. I don't kiss people's ass. I don't say things to make you feel good. I speak truth, and I am just, that's what I feel. If I could make an entire team out of you, I would feel like I would serve my purpose as a coach. And, all I ever wanted and all I ever told Lindsay, my previous coach a long time, is like, I just want another Corrine. Like, I just want somebody who I can trust. And then Marcy decided she was going to just do this business and work with me. And it's like, now I'm seeing all these women that are made for this and made to be here. And I'm so fortunate that I get a little part to claim in Marcy and Rachel, that I have a little part of that heart, and that you're in my team. And that was a very long-winded story, but that's my heart. Okay, so when we do the Q&A, we'll do it a little bit differently than what Christy did. When we do the Q&A, I'll let you, ask anything, share anything, because I definitely want all the feedback that you have. So thank you, Rachel. All right, Jeannie. Oh my gosh. Well, we officially have a new Success Club queen in our life. I mean, shout out to the girl who was like, maybe one day I can hit Success Club. And you know what? I just had my notebook on my screen, and I turned it. I'm like, oh, Emily's back. Hey. Right now, I'm pretty sure it's showing at 8, but I'm pretty sure she told me that when I do it, it's going to be 10 when I run the report.
It's 12, actually 14.
14. Stop it. Way to go, Jeannie. See,
I mean, it's showing 12, but I had somebody buy one today.
Oh my gosh. See, I haven't ran the report since, last Thursday. So when I told you it was 8, you're like, no, it's going to be 10 next week.
My cowboy hat.
Sorry. It's at Nana and Poppy's.
He's proud too. And now it's going to be 14. So that's just like, literally I put that as like number 1, thinking that it was Success Club 10 from last month and then 8 to 10 for this month. Nope. It's a short month, and she is going to be at 14 when I run this report, and I can't wait. Talk about a transformation. That's
maybe
it.
16, but we'll see. I have somebody else who keeps saying she's going to get her Shakeology today, but she hasn't done it yet, so we'll see.
Completely unstoppable. Completely. And it's because she decided she was going to be. She decided she was going to be unstoppable. She decided that it wasn't going to be a hobby, even though she has a career, she has a job. She was like, I'm going to turn this into a job too. And, went from kind of just checking out the team and being, the most naturally beautiful, just little light of goodness in the team to I'm just going to lead the way for everybody. So pay attention. So I just feel like the accountability that we have in our push is like, there's been no training. There's been no complication. It's just accountability. And, through that, okay, so we have Success Club Queen. I feel such a new, braveness and boldness, and it just comes out in your pictures. It comes out in your Instagram stories. I mean, I'm screenshotting and forwarding things to Marcy, to Christy, and I'm like, look, who is this? And, it's that word that we talk about all the time that, the other day I said perspective was one of my favorite words. And Jeannie said, yeah, that's a close tie with becoming. And you're right. There's something so powerful in watching ourselves become and grow and change. But just kind of like sitting back for a little while and seeing other people do that you know it, that you feel it. It doesn't matter where you are in their upline or downline or in their life or whatever, like just seeing a human being become more and maximize their potential. And that's what I feel like I've seen grown just in the Push to Diamond. Like 3 weeks, I'm like, there's a new boldness. There's honestly a new, like, this is how I'm going to do it. If you don't like it, click unfriend. Yeah. You know, it's like, that's what I feel like is coming out. And it's like, that's fine. Like all the Felicias can go party together. It's just like such a new empowerment and purpose. Like when we talk, it's like, I want to be here with him. This is how many days I want to do it. We're going to make a plan. We're going to talk about it. We're going to sit down. We're going to plan. You know, we talked about June 1st and sitting down, and you give me a deadline and you talk about when I can do this, because there's this new, like, I'm capable. Like, you can only have this conversation if you feel like you're capable of achieving it. So, also the personal development. I wasn't ever a fly on the wall in your life before. You know, I didn't sit in your house when you were reading before, so I didn't really know. But now getting to be a part of what you listen to and what you read, it's safe to say that you're not only the Success Club queen of the Push to Diamond, but the personal development queen. And if you just used all the topics that you went over in that group and went down the list for those are the topics you're going to cover on your page, you'd be set for 3 weeks and be insanely empowering. And, you know, it was just good, heavy stuff. Your live videos, I feel, are even more, not more genuine, more, come more natural for you. You know, you're getting more comfortable with them, and rocked out a sneak peek. Like, okay, that's what we're supposed to do this week. All right, I'm going to do a sneak peek. And it looked like there was a good amount of interaction going on with it. So that's a really big deal. I mean, Marcy and I have had situations where it's not really that much going on. We're like, okay, we'll try that again later. And Jeannie did something huge during this Push to Diamond that I feel comes from a lot of her confidence and her belief in coaching. And she'll be going on the Beachbody cruise in 2019. So,
whoop, whoop.
So awesome. So I will zip up, and at the end we can all share each other's, you know, our Q&As and reviews. Jeannie, I literally in my heart, I cannot wait to just hear the words like, I'm going part-time, I am going to be home for good. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, me either.
Yes.
So. Something else big that I'm doing is I'm starting my own challenge group, because I'm adding so many ladies.
Yes.
That I'm just like, I'm absolutely petrified, but I am like, okay, it's just time. Like, yeah. I added those 5 ladies last week, and I still have 2 more, and more people coming as soon as March hits. So I'm like, okay, I just got to step up to the plate, and that's what the plate says. So
yeah, and fly, right?
Like a butterfly.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes. So happy for you. Let Marcy take it away.
Hello. I'm like shaking right now. My heart is pounding. Not because of like me talking for the first time ever, but because of like just the power behind everything that was said tonight and the amount of growth. And I'm going to cry. Oh my gosh. You guys just make me so proud, and I'm ridiculous. Man, yeah, you guys just make me so proud. And Melissa, the growth that I've seen in you in 3 weeks has been remarkable. You started this Diamond Push uncertain and with a lot of questions. You wanted a lot of direction, and you have grown so much just by putting yourself out there. And gosh, you have not missed a check-in. You have not missed a PD. You went live in that group, and I know just going live with that PD has made such a big difference in you with going live. And I can see it from the first time you went live just for your PD, just with us girls, to, you know, this week. It's just been crazy, the difference. And I can tell the way you talk, it's just different. In your posts, you're talking about coaching, and with such conviction and with such certainty and with such power. And you did something that I knew you were freaking out about, and that is posting that coach sneak peek. And you and I know that it was a big deal. And I know that you're going to frickin' crush it on Friday. And I'm so proud of you for stepping up and saying, okay, I'm going to do it, and talking about it. And gosh, it's such a crazy thing what can happen in 3 weeks just by showing up and really putting yourself out there. And oh gosh, I'm gonna
don't do it. Can I just tell you guys something? I can't compare to all of the other girls in this group, and I'm sure everybody knows. I don't know what the deal is with me, but I sold a challenge pack today after however many months. I finally friggin' did it, and I have like mojo under me now. I'm gonna cry now, Mars. But yeah, I finally did it. After so many months, even after our text conversation today, like that wasn't even there, and then that happened. I was like, okay, I just needed a Marcy minute, and that happened.
Can I just interrupt you and say that was me 3 months ago exactly? And now look at where I am, girlfriend. You're going to go uphill from here.
Thank you. Got it. I hope so.
It was literally a year from selling a challenge pack. You got it. You can do it.
Thank you.
I know, you know, we all have lots of doubts when it comes to this business, and we all have seasons in our business. We all have times that are rough and times that we think like, is this for me? Like, but then we have to get smacked right in the right position and know that there are so many freaking people waiting for our help. And this is exactly where we're going to be and where we're supposed to be, because this is our passion. We weren't put here for just by coincidence. Nothing happens by chance. Everything has a reason and a purpose. And I know 1,000% that you were put on this team for a reason, and you were put in my life for a reason. And I'm so goddamn proud of you.
Thank you.
And I believe in you so much. And I know that you were born to do this, and you were born to help people. And I can't just explain to you enough how proud I am of you in this 3 short weeks. Okay? You earned that ticket to Summit last year, and you are crushing it, and you are building that confidence again. And I just love you, and I know that big things are coming, and you want it, and you're putting in the work, and it's going to pay off.
Thank you.
I love you so much.
Love you. Oh.
Okay. Now I'm going to talk about Emily. Emily. Okay. There's one thing that has always been consistent with you, and that is how much you believe in people and how much heart you put into every single thing, whether it's your posts, whether it's your invites. And that is something that was apparent from week 1, and that has never wavered. And I know that we have talked privately about some hard times and us giving advice to each other. And I really hold that close to my heart. And I know that when I notice differences in your invites, I know that there is something up, because I know. And as soon as I talked to you about it, you know, you knew what was happening, and you were opening up to me about it, and you were able to talk and communicate and take that and put it into your invites. And you knew that we all go through it, and we will all go through it. That's life. And it's okay to slow down and really and really invite with intention and not rush things and create things organically. And I think the thing that's special about you, not only your heart, but the way you take insight and criticism, or and encouragement, and just twist that and you put it to work. And there's never been something that you haven't totally flipped around and made your own. And I could tell the differences now in your posts. You rocked your coach sneak peek. I was on that, and you were Emily. You were talking about what coaching meant to you and how it's changed you. Yes, so coachable. That is what the thing I love about you. And every time you go live a lot, girl. And that is one thing that is terrifying for most coaches. And you do it effortlessly. And the same thing with your check-ins. Like, you've never missed a day, and you guys were so consistent, all of you. And I'm just so damn proud of all of you. And Emily, the one thing that I want to say is, like, you have something so special, and I know that you will take this far because you have the heart for it, and you literally have a heart of gold. And I can't say that enough. There's just something about you when you talk and your posts and the way you word things that is just so special. And every time I read a post, I feel it. And every time I watch a live, I feel it. And yeah, you guys are just amazing. And all the tears tonight, all of the feels. Honestly, this was our first really big push to Diamond, and you guys totally killed it. And I know that even though no one hit Diamond, there has been Diamond movements. You guys are doing what Diamonds do, and that was the whole purpose of this. Yes, it was scary to screenshot our invites. Why? Because some of us weren't even doing that many invites a day, and it really checked us, and it really did those gut checks, and it really 3 weeks of doing that creates a habit, and that now what needs to be done. And in the beginning, we didn't post the posting about coaching, and we knew that was something that was missing. So we added that in because we wanted, we're learning along with you, and we know what works. And it was so helpful seeing your guys' invites and really knowing what's going inside of those invites. And it's been eye-opening and really amazing, and I hope you guys have gotten so much from this experience. And what started off as something so scary has been so amazing, so empowering, and I'm just so proud of every single one of you. Unmute yourself, Coco.
Yes! I mean, you nailed it. Like, that is such a great way to just express it. It's like, okay, so the cash pot is still sitting there. So nobody, rank advanced to Diamond, but we are all doing what Diamonds do. This is it. And that's why, like, we're done with the days of, like, read 6 pages for your assignment today. No, just do your vital behaviors and prove it. That's it. So, we're all doing that. And so what I want to do is just go through how I see the screen, and just if you guys can just give me, your honest feedback of your review. And I'm talking like, we are all adults. Nobody is better than anybody because we've been coaches longer or ranks are higher or whatever. Like, what would you change? What did you love? What did you not love? And, and let it out and share. And I have my notepad ready because that's a team, growing and learning and failing and doing all this together. And, so share with us, your review, what you loved, what you didn't love, maybe what you would remove. And then what I'll share with you guys after we do the review are the changes for March's push to Diamond. So Rachie, I see you first. If you want to
Sure, why not?
share with us.
So thank you for making me cry because I really did not need that. I'm going to change my view because I don't want to look at my face. Let's see. Okay, there. I'll see everyone. Okay. So I know one of the things was goals. Do you want us to talk about that too as we go through, or just the love kind of everything?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
share your review, and then at the
Okay,
end of your
perfect.
review, if you want to
Oh.
share.
Okay, so I was unsure coming in because I think being a manager, I didn't know what to expect. So I think those question marks kind of had me unsure at the beginning, but you guys laid the foundation really well, like expectations. So I think that made me more scared than I should have been, maybe. Like, I didn't, like, you guys clarified what was expected once we kind of were there. So that little freak out moment was like, oh, okay, I shouldn't have been as scared as I was. The things that I loved about it was the challenge, the growth, that I could see everybody's like doing their PD. What I would like to maybe add as a suggestion is, I feel like I didn't get any response from my PD. So unless I was, not me in general, but unless I was live and I could sit there and talk with the person and like hear their thoughts, then usually, you know, you had some action. But I think I tried to, at least when I could, go back on other people's PD and listen to it and then comment. Maybe kind of not requiring, because I hate to always add more things to do, but I think that's the purpose, is to have our PD heard and shared. So maybe saying, you know, find one other person's PD that you related to and comment on it. That's maybe something that I would suggest, because then you know you're getting some feedback. Like, yes, you're going about that thinking the right way, or, oh, wow, you gave me an aha moment. But so maybe that was, sometimes I felt like my PD was kind of put out to the universe, and, you know, unless you listen to it, which I get it. It's like an hour on your day of just listening to someone regurgitate material is kind of how I heard it a lot of. It's like, these were the 5 steps, but there was no, like, sometimes it wasn't applied. Like, how did you hear that PD and did it sink into your soul? I think that kind of PD, really I want to do more of an effort to make that kind of PD my PD, not just reading a page and then like blurting it out. So, and then also trying to like respond to people's PD. I think that's really important too. That was the one thing I noticed, because we had to do it every single day, that it kind of was that thing missing. Like, I felt like there was no interaction between the PD. So that was just something that was kind of like, I could see that growing, that idea growing. I loved how the last few days we did PD. It was weird because I was like, where's the daily post? But then I noticed everyone was just posting on their PD. So for organizing sake, I was like, oh, great. Corrine knows exactly where to go to find my conversations. So under my PD, like, it really made sense. I was like, we're all just kind of doing that naturally, whether or not that was by accident or on purpose. So good job if that was on purpose. So I liked that organization, because I didn't have to go through that conversation and go through the screenshots and like find my own and kind of reply back. And so it kind of made organization really well, really good. Honestly, I hated being told on Monday that this week you have to do a live, because then I felt like I was scrambling for my shit. And while I was trying to make it look like I got it together, and like I said, like, before I could even think, I was just doing it, because that's just how I do things sometimes. So I was a little overwhelmed and surprised. So I'm sure other women were, but it made it easier going forward. So, you know, that's just me getting that, you know, sometimes you got to just put the gauntlet down and say, like, this is what's happening, do it. So
makes sense for sure.
That was a good challenge, where it was like gut checking, like, can you handle this or not? So those are kind of the 2 main things that I thought could be like
adjusted,
my perspective,
worked on.
I mean, it's fine now, because I know what to expect. I know I need to do a live. Whether or not I'll continue, we've talked on the side about like some different things, but that was mine.
Perfect. I love it. Such great feedback. Do you want to share with us just unless you guys want to come back to do it later, but you can do it later, or you can share now, like, besides going diamond, besides that rank advance for the March push to diamond, is there another goal that sticks out to you, that jumps out at you? Or do you want to think about that, and maybe, you know, I can make a post in the push to diamond and you guys can all comment on that with your goal for March?
I mean, I could speak mine because I know what mine is, because I kind of prepped it. It's going to be to streamline my process so that every day I know exactly what I'm posting.
Perfect.
Whether that's, I know what leading into sneak peeks, I know exactly what I need to post on my stories. It's kind of like that, like making it just be like, I wake up and I know what I'm posting when. Also adjusting my time zone, because that's been really hard for me to make sure I get a post up so that people in the country can see it.
Yeah.
And then continuing to like deliver my conversations with like intention, and just like, that's a big goal for me. But I want to have one of my coaches in March at least go emerald. So
Okay.
I'm working really hard with my mom. So, because obviously, like, I can just be real with her.
Yeah.
So I'm working really hard with my mom, and then I have Cameron. So,
Yes.
you know,
Awesome.
obviously,
Mhm.
yeah, that's my goal, at least to go down, make her a coach be emerald. So.
Perfect. And just because I'm not one that's good with words, do you, by streamline your day, do you just mean make a more thorough schedule?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
know exactly like times like that I have to post. That's the hardest part for me.
Perfect. Because of the
I've
time
gotten
zone.
that. Exactly.
Perfect.
I know
Okay.
I have to post by this time, or have it prepped the night before so that it's
Yeah.
scheduled.
Okay.
Because I have started my community, so it's
Mhm.
like I have stuff in there I want to make sure I'm doing. Yeah, so that's my,
Perfect. All right. Awesome. Let's see. Jeannie, if you're available and you want to share with us.
I am momentarily available.
All right.
Yes, I think it was super good that we had to post pictures of our invitations. I really did not like that, but I liked it. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wasn't even, like, I was doing 3 invites a day. Like, that was my minimum.
Mhm.
So 5 felt like a big stretch, but it was really good too. And initially, I didn't realize that you could post like beginning of conversations. I thought they literally had to all be invites. And
Right.
so I think that was actually really good though,
Mhm.
because I was also doing new conversations every day. Like
Right.
for me, that's one of my on my own personal power hour thing. I have new friends, new conversations, and invites. They're all separately out. So
Perfect.
So I don't know if that's something that we could separate. I don't know if we need to separate it, because like once I hit SC10, I'm like, okay, that's my goal. Whatever else I get is golden. But now I'm really working on new conversations, for next month.
Can I just chime in real quick about Success Club? You do have, I want to chime in real quick about your Success Club.
Uh-huh.
You know that you could increase your income a lot if you just let yourself hit 5 and you put everything else through him.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's so funny, because I was going to do that and then I totally forgot it. I forgot it now that I'm actually up there.
You will double your income. You'll double dip.
Because then I'll get his
yes.
PV. Oh.
You'll get the T because you're his upline. Right. So you'll have the team volume. You'll cycle bonus twice.
Well, he's on my strong leg instead of my weak leg.
That's okay. I mean, you still get the volume. So.
Well, that's true. Okay.
And which means because you're emerald and above, you're still going to double dip. So who cares if it makes the volume go up? You're going to financially make more money.
Okay. All right.
So there was a long time that for like 2 years, people would be like, do you ever want to hit like 10? Do you ever want to hit like 12? I'm like, girl, do you see like Corrine Allen 6, Daniel Allen 6? Like, it's like, I'm maximizing my income.
Okay.
So yeah, I would let that be your takeaway. If you're going to go over 5, put it over to him.
Well, so I'm kind of divided about that right now because one of my goals for the rest of the year is to hit SC10 and to sign two new coaches, because then I get $1,000 to spend on the cruise.
The cruise, yeah. Well, then just go to 10.
Anybody above 10, sign under him.
Yeah,
okay.
And just rotate that with what's aligning, like when it comes to cruise, when it comes to them doubling your dollars, when it comes to them doing things that are aligning for that period, so be it. But definitely, you're going to go over 10. Definitely put that over.
Okay.
So, sorry for the interruption. Good. I just wanted to
that's good.
Share that with you.
That's good.
So please let's hear more.
I think it was. Hi, Christy. I think it was really good that you added the coach sneak peek. I also freaked out because that's really hard. But it was also like I just have to do it before I can think about it. So, but that's also, in order to go diamond, we need new coaches. So that's a good thing to add. I'm not sure about every week, but I mean, what do I know? I'm not a diamond yet. So, but I think it's interesting. Like I did my group public. I did my event public, and I had several people jump on that I never would have guessed they would have jumped on. And I have a gal who does beauty counter. She's like, we should do a group together and we should make it be a minimum purchase from me X amount and a minimum purchase of you X amount. Wow. And just do a group. And so, and she watched my coach sneak peek and kind of came from that. So yeah, there's always benefits from doing things that you're like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I noticed too, like Rachel said, about not getting as many comments on PD. And I know that once I realized, okay, I need to open my own challenge group, then I've been working on that and my free group for next week. So I've been kind of divided this week when I could be commenting on other people's and I've not been.
Yeah.
So, but even though but I also did notice the same, and I've been like, you know what, that would be really nice to do and to have.
Yeah.
So, anyways. Yeah. This is a rough time. Like, I don't get to see my family on Wednesday nights, but when are you going to do it? There's not a perfect time for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Why don't you think about the goal that you want to share with us, and I'll put that post up, and even if we all happen to share it tonight, we can still all write it out so that it's there and so that we have it. And you go ahead and go and be with them. And thank you so much for making all of us a priority and making your business a priority. It obviously has been paying off.
Congratulations. We love you.
Thank you. So. I know my goal already, and it's to have my girl go Emerald and me hit SC, 10. I was going to say 15, but me hit SC 10 and Todd SC 6.
And your girl, are you referring to Liz?
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, she's doing her first free group with me.
She's amazing.
This next week.
That post was
super
awesome.
Excited. Yeah. I know. I think she's another Rachel in regards to.
That's what it looks like.
She's very planning. Well, that's not her graphic, she said, but anyways.
Well, it's amazing.
I know. That's what I had to say too.
Exactly. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Enjoy your night.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. So that is Jeannie, and all right. Jenna, you probably need to get off of here, right?
Okay right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So share with us what you loved, what you didn't love, and just a little review and future goal.
So I definitely love the accountability and the fact that we had to post every day a personal development and our invitations, like screenshots of our invitations or conversations or whatever. I know in the beginning I was really struggling with Instagram, and I am really happy to say that I have new followers every single day. Wow. Every single day I'm reaching out to them. Like, yes, I'm really trying to focus on my Instagram and build that. So
that's awesome.
I'm super excited about that, and I really think that the accountability portion of it helped with that because, like I said, I had to have these conversations from somewhere. So, and what a better time to branch out, I still have not done my coaching sneak peek though. I'm doing it Sunday. Dustin's been home, and so I had asked if I could just take this time to kind of spend with him because it'll probably be this summer before we see each other again. But to be honest, I kind of wish I would have just gotten it done and over with like everybody else did, just so I could think about it.
Yeah.
But I'm actually really, really excited about it. I have a bunch of girls now that are on Home Direct, and I'm going to be inviting them all in there and hoping that I can convert some of them to coaches.
Perfect.
I don't really know that there was anything that I disliked, honestly. I mean, I can't, there's not really anything off the top of my head that I like totally disliked, but I'll be honest, I wasn't very faithful about going back and like looking at people's personal developments, looking at their conversations. I would try to, but I wasn't very great about it. So there's that. I'm telling on myself right now.
That's okay. We're all being honest.
And then
sorry, would you say it was the screenshotting the invites? What was that? What pushed you the most out of your comfort zone? Like that's what?
Oh, definitely. Because I had to reach out to people. Before I was kind of like waiting for people to come to me. Like I'd make these posts and I'd be waiting for these people to come to me. And I did have a lot of people do that. Like I talked about in one of my personal development videos. I talked about how, we talk so much about consistency, but like I had 2 people reach out to me that had never commented on a post, never liked a post. I had never reached out to them. And they both reached out to me and wanted to sign up. So like that was one of my personal developments. Yeah, is that consistency truly is key. And if you're showing up and putting in the work, like people are watching you. They either want to see you succeed or they want to see you fail. 9 times out of 10, they want to see you fail, to be honest.
True.
But when they see you succeed, they see the results, they're going to ask what you're doing.
Yep, absolutely.
The one thing that Rachel kind of talked about, though, I know this week everybody, was doing their personal development and then posting their conversations underneath. I don't, like, for Rachel, I know organization, like, that's big for her. And for me, too, I like to be organized. I don't think I'm as much as Rachel, which is fine. But along those lines, like, I don't know if it would be easier for everybody if everybody had their own albums like we do within challenge groups, and that's where we post all of our stuff, and then we can just go to each person's individual album and click on it.
That's pretty freaking smart.
I mean, that's just, that was, my takeaway, my input.
That's smart. And there'd be so many less albums than it is in the challenge group. You know, it would be just like a handful that it's there. If you know that, Jenna's your girl, you open it up, you're like, where's the 5 for this, for today? Where's the 5 for
And you guys would actually post in the album.
Right? Like, you guys are coaches, so you listen.
It would be amazing.
Yes, exactly. Everybody, oh my gosh, Rachel, I was talking to them, sorry, real quick, because we talked about this morning. I was talking to them on Miracle Morning. My girls are the worst and do not post in their album. And I was like, I told them this morning, I said, Rachel's going to kill me because my girls go directions. So I tagged every single one of them in Corinne's video.
Yeah, the video today. It was so funny.
Oh my God.
Pay attention, girls. It was so funny.
You just need to take that recording of me being like, oh my God, who are these girls that just keep posting wrong?
Oh my God.
Good for you, Jenna.
Yes. But yeah, that was my little input there as far as organization and stuff, and trying to help you guys out too, because I know it's got to be difficult for you guys to sift through everything.
No, that's so smart. I really love it.
Yeah, and then my goal, I want to sign coaches. And I want to start, growing my coaches. I think this month I was really focused on challengers, and I really wanted to grow my
in your journey.
Yeah, exactly. And so now I want to try to focus on coaches, and more of a long-term goal is that I want to be so dedicated and so obsessed with not only coaching, but just health and fitness in general, that when we move, it doesn't derail me.
Yes.
That has been a huge thing for me. And I've been, at points where I'm like totally into it. We move. And then, when you move, you're eating crap pizza until you get, your kitchen set up, and it's, I don't want to let this move derail me. I want to keep the momentum going.
One of the things that will help you with that is keeping your camera roll full of pictures that are already taken. Make your notes in your phone filled up with posts that are ready to go. Transformation Tuesday post, whatever it is, throwbacks, whatever it is, filling it up, making a title on them so that this one is about when I felt this way at 27, whatever, you right. Remember getting that stuff ready. You are planning to fail if you don't, if you're not making a plan. And here's the other really, really big tip that, a lot of people aren't going to tell you, especially your upline. Don't run full speed right now when you know that something is coming that's going to make you start jogging and fast-paced walking. So you need to remember that immediately, if you are running and sprinting right now and you know that soon you're going to be forced to jog and fast-paced walk, that's not going to look like you're just jogging and fast-paced. It's going to look like you're not consistent anymore.
Right.
You don't care about this anymore. So remember this. And, when you get so excited, breathe a little bit, have a little sip of water and be like, I can spread this out. I'm going to use this today. I'm going to use this tomorrow. I'm going to use this on Wednesday, because in June, I'm going to be in a freaking breakdown one of my days and I'm going to have this. So I'm just telling you, it's not about, and I'm not saying slow and steady wins the race. I'm saying consistency wins the race. And, show up at a speed that's maintainable, and you will hit the finish line, not just before everybody and with everybody, but you'll still have endurance. You'll be able to run the race again. So remember that.
Yeah. I'm super excited. And
sorry, was I delaying?
Oh yeah. Sorry. No, I'm super excited, and I'm getting, I'm getting Coeur de Force certified in April.
So awesome.
And I have the local gym here has already told me that I can use their room as soon as I get certified.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to be doing that too, and I just really want to carry all of this with me.
Yes.
And just really keep, like you said, just keep running, keep jogging.
Mm-hmm.
Brisk walking, because I don't like to run, but
yeah, totally.
Well, for somebody who just moved, manage your move way ahead of time so that you're not waiting till June. Like literally, you're going, start packing up now. That way, as you're planning, and like Corinne says, it's like you never will stop because those things won't get in your way. So start packing now, girl.
We're already looking at places, because I counted it. I called 9 different places, and only 2 of them so far have been a fit for us as far as price and do they accept our dogs and all of this stuff. So I'm already
good. That's perfect.
Trying to get that going. So
yeah, good. Well, keep that up, and look at the growth. You're a drastically different coach from.
Yes. Oh, and I wanted to say, I'm super excited that you shared with Jeannie about putting people under her husband, because I wouldn't have thought of that, and I didn't think of that. And so, hello, double dipping.
Yes, all about it. I double and triple anytime I can.
Pretty soon, Carter and Capri are going to be signed up.
I know, everyone's like, who's Corinne Allen too? I'm like, hello. She's more successful than the other one. She's getting all the business. Anyway, all right. Melissa probably has her hands full over there too, but I'm going to mute you, Jenna. All right, Melissa.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's loud in here. Everybody's awake. I don't know what the hell it is. Nobody likes to sleep in this house. But I'm all about what I love about this group, because I feel like everything that we've been doing has been like constructive, just for growth forward. So I really appreciate everything that we've been kind of encouraged to do. The screenshots of our conversations, the PD, because it's stuff that you might leave to the wayside because of your busy lifestyle, right? Whereas in this group, you're being forced to do it, and you're reaping the benefits from it because of it. So I don't really have anything. I was thinking about the albums thing too. So that's a really good suggestion. Because it does get a little bit messy going through that feed, and things get shuffled up and down depending on when it gets commented on. So I really like that idea. And I don't know, like maybe, I know I've been reaching out to Rachel a little bit for pointers on like the coach sneak peek, but I feel like I really like this group of girls, and I like the opportunity to do that, you know, like how I think maybe if we had like a chat going with everybody in the Diamond Push, and if we had any questions, we could just put it out there, and then if anybody's available at that time, they can help, so that we're not always having to go to our upline in case they're busy or whatnot. I think that would be a good thing to put through. But other than that, I'm loving it. My only goal is honestly to keep getting my SE, and just, you know, like building back up from where I was when I first started. I had the mojo going back then, and I just need to get back under me now. And I feel like I can do it, and I'm running, and I hope I can keep up. So thank you everybody for everything. All of you, like even our interns have helped me. So I love the group, and I really hope I can stay.
Such great feedback. Such a good idea too. Because it's like if you just start blowing up the Push to Diamond group, you know, and then the posts get lost, you know, that whereas like if it's a chat and it's like, hey guys, I need this right now, or can you help me with this? Like you said, you guys have all worked so incredibly well together to be like, hey, can someone get on Zoom with me real quick? I need this. Like, that's incredible that so many of you guys have been doing that. So perfect. And so your goal will be the Success Club and keep growing in that and keep the fire. So we've covered everybody. Christy's back. She's making me starving, and it's 9:00 here. I'm going to go drink more water. So I'm going to share with you guys what will be changing. So we are going to be changing it, as you guys have noticed, or maybe you're kind of like, what's going on? It was a 3-week it was a 3-week push. So this week was kind of like, let's see what they do. This next group will be 4 weeks. So it will be, it will be the same things that you'll be doing during the day, but it will be 4 weeks. The Wednesday night workshops will no longer have a business training. They will strictly just be hot seats. They will strictly be, how can we help you each grow your business? And, call you out, constructive, all that type of stuff. It will be hot seat. That's it. Because our focus and our really big push for you guys is to be on all the team calls that you can be on. So we're not going to add another team call to all of our lives. We have Team Courageous. Christy has hers. We have Shred Nation. We have the National Wake Up Call. That should all be non-negotiables. And that can be plenty of training for the week. So Wednesday we'll switch to just hot seats, which will make these brief, more brief. One of the things that will be changing a lot is that we'll be adding to the daily post, the daily check-in, that you guys post a product of the product post on your Facebook. That's so many P's. I have to pee. So Christy's idea with that was like, if you're posting a picture of your workout, there is something in the way that you feel or what you drink or what you're about to drink or what you just did that relates to Beachbody. You just did Beachbody on demand. You drank Energize. You're going to drink Recover. You're going to have Recharge. You're going to eat from our meal plan. You have a coach. You have a team. You are a coach. You have challengers. You inspired somebody. Product, it's all there. Don't think, oh my gosh, they're making me commercially. girl, I will snap you if I see something commercially on. That's not what we're trying to do here, okay? I just saw a post of a brand new coach on the team. I don't even know who she belonged to, but I saw it yesterday, and it was so salesy, and I got to go figure out who she belongs to because she's in our team. And it's a picture of like the actual like workout like DVDs, and I just can't. So that's not what we want you guys to do. We want you to tie in what is that in your cup. I mean, just go find Energize post that Christy did. Most of the time, it doesn't even. Most of the time, I mean, if she says Energize, it's only because now they know that she drinks Energize. They know she's like the Energize girl. But most of them.
Is that post Jenna from last year?
No, it was. I think it's someone that's new. Why?
Oh, because it came up today because one year ago today, Jenna posted Autumn's picture with the workout DVDs and stuff.
No. First of all, that was 4 years ago.
Oh!
That's totally
Annalisa
different.
Shared it. It was from 4 years ago when I first started with Beachbody.
Oh, it's so funny.
Because 4 years ago, girl, I was definitely doing that stuff. I'm like, oh. I mean, 3 years ago, maybe even 2, who cares? But, I mean, that's our job to say, like, that's not cool anymore, okay? So we just want it to be, like, that's us being able to share that, we're proud and that we are coaches and that we have things that work. Yes, Rachel?
Can I just say that Katie has Instagram and she's doing Beachbody and she was doing #Beachbody, and I told her, I said, don't you put #Beachbody, say #Teenage Fit Body,
yes.
So they can ask you what program are you using, and then I can sell it to them.
Exactly. Yes.
Anyway, yes.
And she'll be coaching before we know it, for sure. And she'll already have.
Ask me.
Yeah, and she'll have trust and she'll have a following, like her group age girls. Okay.
Anyway.
So the daily check-in will look exactly the same as it does with the diamond and the graphic, but on the bottom it will say product of the product. So what we want you guys to do is just, show a screenshot there. It's just like what you're doing now. You're screenshotting invites, you're doing your PD, just screenshot that picture. It doesn't matter if it's Instagram, it doesn't matter if it's Facebook. Just do your thing. That's part of what's going to be added for the next push. The Wednesday change, invest in the team calls. It will be 4 weeks. The sneak peek, what I want to share with you guys is the pressure that is the whole, Christy.
Can I just jump in real fast? I just want to say, you guys, the purpose of that behind the product of the product is, one, it's our vital behaviors, and you guys should be doing those anyways, obviously. But another reason is so that when you guys come to us and, it's the longer it goes on, the kind of is like, who do I reach out to? Who do I reach out to? And my whole point behind that is you can reach out to all those people who liked your picture, because every single day you're posting something about the business. And, really strategically line it with, hey, are you doing a coach sneak peek? I'm doing one tomorrow. So you've noticed this week, a lot of the last couple of posts I'm posting about that. And the same thing, just really think about that strategic, do you want to promote Energize? Do you want to promote Recover? And like she said, don't just be like, love Energize. That's what I am going to be looking for, is I want to see if you guys just nailed my workout, because that's not inspiring. Nobody's inspired by that. They're actually turned away. They look at you like, oh God, okay, great to go. But if you and that's kind of what I wanted to bring to the table, is to really help you guys perfect that, so that your post can really relate to people and you can draw them in without having to be at the end of the post, challenge group starting Monday, March 5th, comment below to join me. So that's all I wanted to say, so that you guys every day really are showing the opportunity, because yes, we are supposed to post 2 times in social media, you guys know that, but it's not 2 times of one of your kids sleeping in the bed and the next one of your pair of tennis shoes. It's like, hey, let's bring some intention to these posts. And that was my whole thing behind that. So take it away, Corey.
Perfect. Yeah. So what I want to share about the sneak peek is, one of the things I have said a lot is that Rachel was able to take her lid off by us taking the pressure off of her. Had we not set up the calls in the very beginning to talk about the pressure that she felt, she wouldn't still be here, because she'd feel all that pressure and she would have collapsed and said, this is too much. I can't do this. I thought I could and I can't. but I removed that pressure and told her like, and her favorite thing, like, I'm just going to do me. And if it feels good to me, I'm going to do that. And because she's meant to be here, she's doing her and it's working. So what I want you guys to know is that you need to take the pressure off yourself when it comes to the sneak peek, okay? Have a sneak peek like Rachel did or Jeannie did or Christy does or we've done as a team. But if you guys heard Bonnie Engel talking about how she does a sneak peek every week on her Instagram and she doesn't promote for it, she doesn't say you want to do this or you haven't been a coach or does this interest you? No, guys. She gets ready one day, puts on a little extra lip and a little, eyelash, and, she goes and shares a couple stories talking about how she feels as a coach and what she does as a coach and how simple it was. And she can't believe that this has amounted into this and made her feel this way. And through that, I've got to lose this amount of weight. And now I get to have a healthy pregnancy. And now I have an income. And that's a sneak peek. Take the pressure off of your plate and know that you are already doing this. Just have a little bit more intention with your Instagram stories because they can serve a huge purpose. Do that every Wednesday. Do it every Thursday. Do it every Friday. Whatever it is, that's your sneak peek. Then do your big thing on Facebook once a month, twice a month, whatever it is. But that's still you sharing the opportunity. That's you having a sneak peek. Just do it a little bit more than like, don't just take a picture and put like, this is what coaching means to me, and then try to screenshot that as your proof of a sneak peek, because it's not a sneak peek. That's a post, and you can mark that in your win the week as a coaching breadcrumb. My final input that I want to share, a lot of you guys have said the thing about, feeling like maybe you weren't, commenting on other people's PD and like you didn't want to feel left out or you didn't want to make them feel left out. What I want you guys to know is, again, take the pressure off of yourself because we're having you do that so that you do your PD. So we're not going to always watch your PD. We may not always comment on your PD. Somebody else may not comment, but there's no accidents. Everything happens for a reason. And if somebody watches that and relates to it, that's who maybe was meant to see that. If you believe in your heart that what you shared that day has value, then go do it again on the front of your page. Use that as your practice. Use that as like, ooh, that PD felt powerful today. Okay, girl, go put your makeup on now and go to the front of your page and rock it twice as good because you just got practice. But do not feel poopy about yourself because you didn't go comment on someone else's PD. That's not your job. And don't feel poopy because someone didn't love on yours because it's not their job. You guys are doing incredible. You guys are doing exactly what you're supposed to, and that's what's going to grow your business. I think I covered everything. Marcy, Christy, unmute and let me know if I did not.
That was awesome. All I have to say is that you guys do your PD every single day. So you have like 3 weeks worth of live videos to do. There you go. I don't know what to go live about. You have freaking 3 weeks worth of content right there. Pick the ones that are like convicted and you feel good about and you loved sharing with us and freaking rock it out on your page. Melissa, I'm looking at you, girl. Girl, you know I'm talking about you, okay? And I'm right there with you and I'm starting to do them now. And sometimes you just got to rip the freaking Band-Aid off. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you will get, the more you will like it, and the more people you will get commenting and talking to you and messaging you first because they're like, okay, why are you always on my page? Why are you always giving me all this goodness? I want to know more. Tell me more. So that's the only thing I have to say other than obviously I already cried my eyes out and told you guys how proud I am of all of you, but
yes.
I'm not going to start that again.
Oh, I missed it.
It's all recorded. But yeah, she's right. And those PD that you guys do that last 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, no one ever said your live videos have to be 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, go live for 3 minutes, 2 minutes every day. Who cares? That's intention. That's purpose. That's you having an impact on your page. So, Chrissy, did you want to add anything else?
I don't think so, except for the only thing that I told Corinne the other day about the personal development videos is, one of the biggest things that I think is important to do them and to continue doing them is that when we read something or we hear it and we're kind of like, but the moment that we kind of re-say exactly what we heard, it's like kind of like you take the information in 2 times. So you're more likely to apply it and kind of just get a clearer mind on it. So I really have enjoyed, doing the personal development videos and just hearing your guys' perspectives on, some of the things and stuff like that.
I want to know what's happening at Jenna's house.
I know, Jenna.